We're here.
I wish I could get this feeling. I wish I could get this feeling. On the corner.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Corner Podcast. Kel Dansby here with the old man Andreas Hale. Producer Coale, Bay in the building with us for this first time ever, even though it's the 8th anniversary or 8th annual Corner Podcast Awards season. It's our first time we're breaking entertainment into its own show. So the inaugural Entertainment Corner Podcast Awards going down right here today. Again, we're dropping MMA, boxing, pro wrestling awards as normal, but we decided to give you guys your own show for entertainment. So this is going to be really fun to see how this turns out. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Hopefully your holidays have been amazing and are going amazing. Keep that going into 2023. When we come back, tons of boxing to talk about. Tank Davis fight is up. We have Royal Rumble in WWE. MMA is 2 cards and right into a pay-per-view for the UFC. So don't worry, our combat sports is not lacking. But the entertainment aspects and covering everything that happened in the year is such a big part of the show. We had to give it its own special award show episodes. Dre, our other shows we started off with, all right, what was like your grade on everything? We're not doing that on this show. We're not grading entertainment as a whole. Every year we talk about this. The list was released a little bit late. I guess because we had some late contenders. B. Brian Miller.
That's my dog.
We've known you guys go way back. He releases his rap albums of the year every year. The list is always highly debated. He releases them in order.
He's becoming the Dave Meltzer of hip-hop.
He is.
Because they value his opinion very tough. And it's like people get mad that it's not on his personal list, but whatever. Shout out to B.
He always starts beef with some rapper or another.
Yeah, Westside Gun was not happy.
At all. At all. And Gun's album's phenomenal.
Yep.
Stove got cooked.
If they recorded at the Tokyo Dome, they'd be okay. But you know.
And so I'm gonna run down the list of what B. has. And we'll just go where he missed, where he got right. For the record, I'm not mad at this list. Number 1, Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. 2, Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. 3, Pusha T, It's Almost Dry. 4, Joey Badass, 2000. 5, Freddie Gibbs, Soul Sold Separately. 6, J.I.D. Forever Story. 7, Nas, King's Disease 3. 8, Larry June, Spaceships on the Blade. 9, Kodak Black, Back for Everything. 10, Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss.
You know I don't agree with Kodak Black. It is what it is. Drake and 21 Savage is not on my list.
It's all right for number 10, but it's close.
So I did my list. I saluted B. Did my own no pass list.
Oh, shit.
So Kendrick Lamar is my album of the year. And a lot of people not going to be surprised by that. It's a challenging album. There's nothing else like it out there. Easy number 1 for me. 2 is Nas King's Disease. I think it's the second best album this year because King's Disease is incredible, what he's done with Hit Boy.
I think this was the best King's Disease so far.
I agree. 3 for me is Sob A Few Good Things. I touted it when it came out. I'm standing on it. 4 is J.I.D. The Forever Story. 5, which B. did not have on his list, is Danger Mouse and Black Thought, Cheat Codes.
Ooh.
Was one of my favorite albums this year. I had to go back, and I was like, yo, this is incredible. 6, Freddie Gibbs, Soul Soul Separately. 7, Vince Staples, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. 8, some might be surprised, but already, Ab Soul's Herbert album.
I haven't even gotten to it yet.
It is really fucking good.
I love all the interviews he's been putting out.
His interviews are incredible. But the music is reflective of that.
Good.
Very good album. 9, Conway the Machine, God Don't Make Mistakes. And 10, Westside Gun 10. People are going to be like, where's Pusha T? I didn't like Pusha T's album as much as everybody else. I still thought it was a really good album.
I liked it.
It just didn't make my top 10. Like, that didn't make it. Black Star barely didn't make it. Buddy didn't make it. And I'm missing somebody else. Can't remember who.
You have 2 members of Griselda. You're missing 1.
Who?
Benny's.
Benny had an album this year?
I believe so.
No.
I got to check. I think
Did
I
it?
heard
It was Time to Talk this year?
I think so.
It was this year.
Yeah. Time to Talk was this year.
Holy fuck. Yeah, that didn't make it, and Corday barely made the cut. Didn't make the cut either.
And you know, Corday was my shit this year.
But I said at the beginning of the year, I was like, it's really hard because there's going to be some good music this year. And we got some really good music.
Yeah,
But-
Time to Talk 4 this year.
Wow. Yeah, barely doesn't make the cut. Stove got Larry June's Spaceships was really good as well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Kodak Black.
No, Kodak's not making
Nah, not
maybe
my
my top 20.
That's okay.
And I'm good. Drake, 21 Savage at 10, I don't necessarily disagree with. I like your list a lot. The Saba album's cool, but you're just a really big Saba fan.
I think that
So it's a little high.
not for me.
And then I personally like the JID album more than the Vince Staples album. I went back and listened to Vince Staples again yesterday. It'd be borderline top 10 to me. I like Corday a little bit more than the Vince Staples album, but I think they're very similar. Like if you put them up against each other and the stories that they're telling, and they really paint a picture of like where they grew up, how they grew up, I think those are very similar. And I think King's Disease is phenomenal. That being number 2, I can't argue with at all. Kendrick being number 1, I think it has to be the number 1 album.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to debate it because it's not something that people will run back and listen to again. It's a challenging album.
And
Listen
I
to.
immediately made the comparison. It's a Clockwork Orange to me.
Yeah.
Where it's phenomenal. It's a classic. It's an all-timer. You can watch that shit once, like every 10 years. Because if not, like, it's going to ruin your life.
That's
and you can only listen to this Kendrick album like once every now and then, or you're going to lock yourself in a room shivering.
The reason, but for me, when you compare the Vince Staples, what did you compare it to?
Corday. Similar album.
I love Corday's album, but Vince Staples, When Sparks Fly, is one of his best songs he's ever written.
Yes.
Like
I'm not mad at that.
the perspective of, being like the gun, the way he handles that is very, very well done. But top 10 list is very subjective, but I think a lot of people, we got a good year of music.
Yeah.
Some people are
And
going to
Gunn's album is great.
yeah,
Best Gun album by far.
listen, man, West Side Gun might not be your cup of tea as a rapper, which is strange, because this album was very guest heavy, but I think every guest served its purpose.
Yeah.
It's a very good album.
And Stove God Cooks is my dude. And I love the
man.
Stove God album several years ago. So get Stove God on like 6 tracks. You got me.
This man makes
They're like a hip hop tag team.
yeah, well, Stove God makes like serving up coke, like he's like the Gordon Ramsay of dope boy rhymes, right? Like makes it sound very classy, but he's still selling dope.
Yeah, it's a little garnish
Yeah,
on top of it.
the salt.
look-
I feel very validated that like the 2 albums that I dug into the most were Dre's 1 and 2. So I feel very validated by the fact that Kendrick's on there, Nas is on there, and then I literally thought to myself, you know what's missing from this list is Danger Mouse and Black Thought, and then you brought that up. So I feel super validated. I feel like I'm getting the taste or kin. I'm getting there. So I will say this.
Real
here's-
quick, Cole, I will mention, check out the Vince Staples album. For you, like
Yes.
Someone who plays instruments, someone who can appreciate like live instrumentation and the sounds and how they mix and all that stuff. The Vince Staples album, that is one thing that set that apart to me. Sonically, it is great.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It's not done like a hip hop album per se. It kind of has that like that real jazzy, like real instrumentation vibe to every beat. It's not just trying to be hard for the sake of being hard. You throw a bunch of shit in the MPC and just press buttons.
Everything you're saying is right up the alley. So I'm looking forward to diving into that one. I will say now that like time has passed and we're past the point of album comes out and it's labeled instant classic, with Kendrick's album being number 1 on the list, where does it rank in the annals of Kendrick?
He got another one.
Yeah, it's hard. It depends on the mood that you're in.
It's much like To Pimp a Butterfly and my critique of that, where it's not, the replay value on it is not very high, but it was done so well and it plays out. It's a mixture between To Pimp a Butterfly and Section 80. Like the perfect mix. Where Section 80, he lifts the curtain on his perspective of being hood, right? Like whatever that means at the time. Because he wasn't necessarily a gangbanger, but he could talk about like his perspective of being intellectual in the hood. He lifts that completely. And then To Pimp a Butterfly is the trials and tribulations, like hardcore on that. This is in the middle. It's the internal battle. Both of those are exterior perceptions. This is completely internal.
Yeah.
So it's so different. I think it is a classic.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just what type of it's a hard listen. Like some movies are a hard watch. and that's okay. Like, there's just some shit, like, I don't want to see the rape scene in Pulp Fiction. Like, it fucks with me. Like, Pulp Fiction has, like, there's just certain things. American History X is an amazing movie.
Curb Stomp. Yeah.
Plenty of scenes in that I don't need to see more than like once every 5 years.
Right.
It fucks with you. So, like, it's that type of classic. I don't even know if I can rank it in his other films or his other albums. It's so different.
It is. It's an album that targeted mental health in his life and the Black community, unlike any other album you've ever heard. And still, like, Die Hard is like one of my most listened to songs this year. I love Die Hard. Die Hard, Count Me Out, Mirror.
Sorry, his status.
Huh?
What is the?
There's just a lot of songs that are unlike songs created by anybody else. Father Time,
Time, that's the joint.
Auntie Diaries, We Cry Together. We Cry Together is that song that you can like listen to a couple times, but you can't listen to it like in public.
Yeah.
Like I can't listen to this around people that don't know what this is, right? It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't rank it. It feels like
Auntie's Diary is great, but I maintain if you take tracks 1 through 9, release it by itself, it's arguably a top 5 album all time.
possible. But I don't know where to rank it. I think it's like a director. It's like, what's your favorite I'm a big Tarantino guy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Tarantino movie? It could be Pulp Fiction. It could be Reservoir Dogs. It could be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It could be Kill Bill. I'm a big Kill Bill guy. It could be Jackie Brown. But they're all very different. And I think that's what Kendrick has accomplished with his catalog.
Definitely. There's one thing you say about Kendrick. Every album is very different than the next album.
Yeah.
So it definitely gives you something different. The only thing that's missing is like a real trap album. Like Kendrick just comes out with number future beats.
I don't think he doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it in him.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting that. But yeah, so that's the hip hop ones. But it's always good to just reminisce on the B dot list, and it gives us like a good reference point for these shows. Now, outside of his list, what was your favorite album of the year?
What do you mean?
Like just personal favorite, not the best.
It's Kendrick's album.
Was your favorite?
Yes.
No fucking way you go back and listen to that and be like, this is putting me in a great mood.
No, I don't listen to music to put me in a great mood.
Like,
I listen to music to make me think. And Kendrick's album, like I said, I listen to Die Hard like a million times. I love Die Hard.
Favorite album? I would think the Saba album would be your favorite album. If you pull up your iTunes right now, what have you listened to most?
Kendrick, then Nas.
Oh, you're a weirdo. All right, Cole. All genres. What is your favorite album of the year? Dre also watches horror movies for recreation.
Yes.
Like he sits there and just wants like brutal killing. Like
what's wrong with that?
Like all year long.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You're also a weirdo. You also like no
this
lights on you.
Yes. This is also true. Yeah. I'm in the dark cave.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and I mean, my album of the year is pretty easy because I want to say I manifested it into existence because it was a band that had not really like done anything for years, and then all of a sudden I kind of found them during the pandemic, and next thing you know, they come out with a new album and it's fucking awesome. There's a band called Porcupine Tree, and they're kind of alt metal, kind of just alt rock, kind of a mixture of the two, kind of depending on what album you pick. But actually, Dre, you probably would have heard them. You've played the game Control, right?
Yes.
You've played Control.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The song at the end credits is Porcupine Tree. I remember that's how I actually discovered them, because I heard that riff and I was like, wow, that sounds really good. And then I went down the rabbit hole, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, man, this is awesome. I just kept listening to them, and then next thing you know, they hadn't released an album since like 2008, 2009, and they come out with one this year called Closure and Continuation. It's a really good rock album. It's like 8 or 9 tracks. Some of the tracks on there are just fucking killer. I really like it, and I just really like the way that those records sound. I think the front man Steven Wilson, the way he his records don't sound like anybody else's, and I think that's what I enjoy the most about them, is just they have a fullness and a heaviness to them that like it isn't like fabricated in like this kind of like we're gonna shred metal, have this like super distorted sound. Like it's a very clean sound, but it's a very heavy sound, and I really like that stuff. That's my album of the year.
On the way home, Porcupine Tree. I'm throwing on the album. I'm throwing on the latest album. I couldn't decide, man. Mine was a tie between, and it's again just my favorite albums that I can listen to over and over. Not the best albums because King's Disease is up there and everything, but I would say my two this year. One is Corday's album. I can play that over and over, and then the Jeezy album. It's just fun. Like it just like I feel like it's '03 again, and it's weird. Like he hasn't had that sound in 12, 13 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's just like, you know what, man? Cool. Like, I welcome this sound. It sounds good. So those are two of my favorite albums of the year. With that being said, it is time for the Corner Festivus for the rest of us. A quick airing of grievances. What in entertainment?
Kanye West. Just go away. Like I just want him to go. Like, why won't he leave me alone? We keep saying we're not going to talk about him anymore. It's the most annoying thing in entertainment this year is his presence.
They are releasing the first pair of Yeezys without his name called Yeezys on them this week. Would you buy them if they're not called Yeezys anymore?
No, they're ugly.
No, it was like the Yeezy 2s. Shit with the stripers.
Yeah, okay. I still won't buy them.
Okay.
No.
Just wonder.
Fuck Kanye West. That's the most annoying thing of this year.
That is also a category, but we're jumping ahead of ourselves.
That's both.
Yes, my grievance is Blueface and his missing tooth girlfriend. I do not know her name. I just found out they have a reality show on Zeus. Cole, if you do not subscribe to Zeus,
please don't.
One day I'll
Don't
get
give
the
them
subscription. You'll come to my crib when you're in Vegas, and I shall torture you with the Zeus marathon. But yes, she has her own reality show, and she's also on a show called Baddies West, where it's like an all black bad girls club where they
as opposed to Baddies East.
And they also have Baddies South. If you're keeping track,
you got to stop with this reality show shit.
I draw the line. I don't watch Zeus. I watch one thing on Zeus, and that's Real Chance of Love.
It's too much.
Type dating show. It's horrendous.
You are keeping them afloat.
Hey, you know who was on there? Nikita Lyons. So Nikita came from Real Chance of Love on Zeus.
Mega Kita.
It just if you know, you know. So she was on there first. We seen it first.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that relationship is weird. I don't know why they keep getting pub, and they beat the shit out of each other every other week. Like, personally, I have daughters who are like teenagers, all this shit, and I don't want to be like the super old man in the world. But like, it ain't cool to get beat on. It ain't cool to beat someone else up. It ain't cool to be missing a tooth. Yeah, where other people would be canceled, they are propelled because of this, and I don't get it. As my grievance, Cole, what do you dislike?
No, Dre already said it, and I don't need to say it more because we're going to have to mention his name one more time during one of these awards. So I yield the rest of my time.
Feats of strength in
Yes.
entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Who grew the most in popularity? Who had the strongest year
See, those are two different things.
in
But
entertainment?
the strongest year.
Okay, let's do who had the strongest year. To me, a lot that means growth, but who had the strongest year
In entertainment, it is
in
either
entertainment?
Beyonce or Taylor Swift.
Ooh.
Taylor Swift broke Ticketmaster, but Beyonce,
It's true.
an individual breaking Ticketmaster is ridiculous. Beyonce came out of nowhere and dropped an album. Ain't did a video, ain't did shit.
You don't need to do videos when you got TikTok.
No, I'm saying the woman hasn't promoted the album at all. You haven't heard a word from Beyonce.
Don't need it. Yeah.
That's like that brand continues to be like the strongest brand in music between her and Taylor Swift. So that's my 1-2 punch. If you're white, it's Taylor Swift. If you're black, it's Beyonce. If you're in the middle, just pick one. Because
I am in the middle.
And Taylor Swift had an incredible album, by the way.
Yes, very good.
Whew.
I'm in the middle, which means my Puerto Rican side is out.
Oh God.
Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny had the best worldwide tour, sold out everywhere, multiple nights.
He did.
Un Verano Sin Ti album is incredible.
Almost won Royal Rumble.
Almost won the Rumble.
Yeah.
It's a corner.
Yeah.
Come on. It's a combat sports. Man almost won the Rumble. Bad Bunny, hands down, the best year. He gets my feats of strength. That tour, everything. Man, the song was everywhere this year. That shit was incredible. Bad Bunny, to me, gets the feats of strength. Puerto Rico, stand up. Boricuas all day.
We'll give. I approve of anyone breaking Ticketmaster. So let's go.
crazy.
Let's go, T Sizzle. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's get
He's
it.
a Swiftie.
She broke Ticketmaster.
Yeah, that's insane.
And
I mean, that's great.
oh my God, how do you do that? Like, it not only, but again, Taylor Swift had a great album. Like, Lavender Haze is incredible. Maroon is incredible. I'm like, yo, as a singer-songwriter, like, she's still crazy young. That woman is remarkable.
Yeah.
You can hate on Taylor Swift all you want. My daughter's still listening. She probably listening to Shake It Out right now.
I don't know how people could hate on Taylor Swift.
Some people do, like Kanye. But
He's an idiot. Established.
Taylor Swift is incredible.
Yeah. Him hating on her is like the biggest cosign she can get.
Yeah.
That means she's on the right side of things.
It's all good. But Taylor Swift, between Taylor Swift and Beyonce, because like the Cuff It Challenge, it just won't go away.
Again, that's on TikTok.
It won't go away.
It's the best marketing tool you can have right now. You don't need a video.
Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
pay enough to get a viral sensation on TikTok,
My
and you're
God.
good. Next category, it's actually into the awards, Corner
Yes.
Podcast Awards.
Right.
Movie of the year. And I haven't watched a ton of movies this year, but I went through and I was like, which ones are the best? Dre, you go first because you are
Yeah, I've watched a
the
lot
movie
of
nerd.
movies. So some people pick the Batman. It's not my pick.
No.
Some people pick Top Gun Maverick, which I finally watched today. Not my pick. My number one movie this year is Everything Everywhere at Once. If you haven't seen this fucking movie, go out of your fucking way to watch it as soon as you listen to this podcast. You think Marvel does the multiverse well?
Yep.
Everything Everywhere at Once blows that shit out of the fucking water. I've never seen a movie like this in my life. And shout out to A24, who continues to put out movies that nobody else will do. It is one of the most fantastic films I've seen in like recent memory. And I love action flicks, but the story, the narrative, the acting, it's Everything Everywhere at Once. It's my film of the year.
That was my film of the year, too.
That shit is incredible.
It was great.
Cole?
I came into this town riding on this horse, and goddamn it, we're gonna ride out on it. That is absolutely movie of the year.
Holy
I
fuck.
like was in awe. I just sat there. I was just like, what did I just watch? It's
Insane.
unbelievable. And like when you think about it, like what's crazy about that movie is it goes in so many different directions, and obviously like multiverse and all that stuff, but it's really not like a big movie.
No.
Like there's only like you can count how many actors are in the movie on two
Yeah.
hands. There's only like 3 or 4 sets, right? And like predominantly, and there's like 1 or 2 like kind of like multiverse ones. Like it's really kind of a small movie, but they do so much with it, and they cover so much ground, and they hit all the emotional beats. Everybody who's in that movie fucking kicks ass.
Yep.
I just like everyone delivers an amazing performance. It's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Like
It's the closest feeling I had to the Matrix one.
I mean, yeah. And then plus, on top of all this, if you're like an 80s baby, and the moment you see Dada's in the fucking movie from the Goonies, I lost my shit. Like that, and then Dada being incredible.
Yep.
Like, yo, this movie it's surreal. And I don't know how many Oscars it's nominated for. It's nominated for a few.
Not enough.
Should win them all.
It's
not-
not
not
nominated
enough.
for Best Picture. But
What?
man, stupid good movie.
That's a joke, and that is a complete joke.
It
It's
is.
one of the best movies ever. I will say there, as far as A24 goes, they also have my favorite movie trailer of the year, because I do love movie trailers, and
Me too.
it's X.
Oh yes.
Because their use of Foghat in
oh
that
my God.
is so goddamn good.
Yes.
Just go watch the trailer for X. It's
Yes.
so fucking good. And I still have to see X. I still want to watch that. And then the prequel that they also filmed, like on set. They
Yes.
filmed a prequel on set of that movie.
Pearl.
And so so Pearl came out too. So I need to see those. And I still need to see Nope. I have not seen Nope yet. I'm very mad at myself that I haven't seen
seen
yet,
Nope.
because I love all the Jordan Peele movies.
X is with Kid
I still
Cudi,
need to see
right?
Nope.
Kid Cudi's in X.
Yeah.
Kid
Yes.
Cudi's a male porn star.
Porn
in
star
X.
in X,
It's-
yeah.
Yes.
X is great.
Yeah,
X is
yeah.
great. Smile was also
The cast is like wild.
It
It's
is.
just like
It is.
people from like all walks of life, where you've like, I've seen this person once here
Yeah.
before. Why
Yeah.
why are they here?
But yeah, the way it's
But yeah,
filmed,
their use of Foghat.
Yes.
Fucking
incredible.
that's the inner nerd in Cole right there.
Mm.
Gotta
Love
love it.
it.
The production value.
Mm.
Worst movie of the year.
I don't think I sat around and watched bad movies.
Really? I watched one 2 nights ago.
You must be talking about Black Adam.
What do you got?
Black Adam is my worst movie of the year.
I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know.
You might not want to waste your time.
I'm gonna waste my time.
I said the same. When everyone told me, like, no, I'm gonna waste my time. It's The Rock. Like, I like all comic book movies. This one was bad. Like, I was looking like, is this purposely bad? Like, are you trolling me? Like, is this supposed to be hokey and like weird? Like, and not in a good Shazam way.
Right.
In like a very cheesy way. I don't know, man. I mean, DCU canning everyone and starting over.
Hey,
it is needed. Like James Gunn.
Yeah, I don't have a
James Gunn
worse.
sit down, watch that shit, be like, nah, we out here.
I don't have a worse movie because I just don't have the time. If it's bad, it's like it's out of here. I'll usually see a movie through to the end, but I haven't watched Black Adam. Like, I'm trying to think if there's a movie I was really disappointed by, and I can't think of one. And I feel like it's going to be Black Adam when I finally watch
Oh, it is. Cool.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a worst movie of the year, but I will say something that annoys me is whenever James Cameron talks about Avatar. It annoys the shit out of me.
Oh my God. I haven't
Because
watched
he
Avatar
talks
yet.
about here's the thing, like Avatar does not do it for me. Avatar does not do it for me at all. And this is not to discredit any of the actors that are in there. People are giving performances and all. But James Cameron talks about this thing like it's it's the greatest thing that like anyone has ever come up with, and like no one can do them except him. It's the most pretentious bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life. It's just ridiculous. And it's just like,
It is.
dude, chill the fuck out. It's like it's got impressive visual effects. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But, like that's not all that a movie is.
No.
Like you gotta hit me like hit me here, like make me think, like come on, like let's figure it
Yeah,
out. So
it's
I don't have that.
Pocahontas with really cool blue people. That's
Yeah,
what Avatar is. Like I've seen that exact movie before. I didn't get the hype and I understand how it looked back then. Now it's like, bro, I've seen Endgame. Like what are you gonna do? I've seen every comic book superstar on the screen at once. Like the fuck are you wowing me with? A flying dragonfly? The fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Like
Before we move off of movies, though, I do want to say to shout out to the last category for best movie. The Weird Al movie is fantastic.
I haven't watched
everyone
it
should
yet.
go watch
Oh,
that.
It's in my
I haven't
queue.
seen it.
It's super. It is Weird Al's brand of comedy, 100%.
And you know my boy is Daniel
still does it
Radcliffe.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yes.
does great. He's awesome.
So
He's
I
so.
haven't
good.
watched it yet, Cole. But did they go in depth about the making of UHF at all?
UHF. I don't. So here's the thing: is it's a It is a parody of
Right.
of documentary. So like everything is like so like the
Absolutely.
directions it goes in. I can't tell you what directions because it makes no fucking sense, but it's great. So no, there weren't enough UHF references.
I love
because
that.
UHF is
Oh,
a goddamn classic.
Fucking classic.
Fucking love UHF.
Stupid movie, but it's stupidly incredible.
And a great theme song too. That's one of his best original songs. So good.
Yes.
And then I had to break this off. Best superhero movie of the year.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of good superhero movies this year.
Or excuse me, superhero moment. I did moment.
I mean, I don't want to give up any spoilers, but it's Black Panthers, Wakanda Forever. Like that one, that's like the movie, and that's like the moment because, yeah, I don't want to give up any spoilers.
It happened like a month ago.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to ruin it. For
All right. Mine is Loki, season finale.
I
Best
thought
superhero.
it was last year. Loki season finale was last
I
year, wasn't
thought
it?
Loki was this year.
It was like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. All that was this year.
Oh, balls. So Loki was last year?
I'm pretty sure like the Jonathan Majors reveal was last year.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll be. I thought that was this year.
And Jonathan Majors was absolutely incredible in Loki, and I
Phenomenal.
cannot wait to see him. Like, first of all, if you've never seen Jonathan Majors act, one, he's gotten incredibly big for Creed 3.
Yes.
He looks absurdly
He's in
big.
something else outside of Creed where he's also
Yeah.
big as fuck. Like
Yeah.
a bodybuilder movie.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen the Jonathan Majors movie, it's another shout out to A21. A24, Last White Man in San Francisco. Watch that like tonight if you haven't seen that movie. Fucking incredible. He's great in that. But yeah, I think the Loki, I'm pretty sure Loki ended last year.
Well, damn. So then Black Panther gets it.
Yeah, okay. Superhero, Cole, you have a superhero movie or a moment?
I would say just even a precursor to Black Panther coming out. I mean, when that trailer came out,
Oh my
it was
God.
just like
Yes.
it was. You want to talk about perfect movie trailers? There you
Yes,
go.
yes.
There it is.
Okay, so me and Cole have this in common.
Trailer damn near made me cry.
I obsess over movie trailers. My wife hates me for it because I'll spend like 3 hours watching movie trailers.
I
because
love that.
I'm big on the music that is used, how it's used,
Yep.
the clips that are used, how they're used, and how it makes me feel about seeing the movie. That initial Wakanda Forever like it hit me in all of the
all
feels.
white, the dancing, the drums.
The way the music transitions into "We Gonna Be All Right," like the way that might be the greatest superhero moment, like bar none.
It's better than any of the movies.
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
that shit'll make you cry.
that
Like,
was stupid.
shed a
Oh
tear
my
off a
god.
trailer.
Yes,
Cole, I think, you won that one.
Yeah,
that
you won.
trailer was fucking
We're in
phenomenal. The
agreement
movie was
there.
great.
I remember
trailer
being
was
at the studio when that came out. We were all just like watching it, being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that was incredible.
It's like this.
This one I think is unanimous. Most annoying person of the year.
Come on, man. I don't want to say his name again.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. You know who. And then going television show of the year.
All right, so I watched a lot of TV. So I'll let you guys go first before I give my big rundown on television.
I will go, and truth be told, I'm catching up on the series. So it's a cheat because I'm not even sure if I'm to this season that came out this year.
Yeah, you must be talking about Atlanta.
No, my wife's watching it. Atlanta's phenomenal. It's cool. I got to go back and watch it. I didn't pay enough attention to like the previous season when they started going like overseas and then like warping in different stories. I need to watch that more to get this final season. Abbott Elementary.
It is.
I'm mad I didn't
so
catch it
good.
from when it dropped.
Oh my god!
Catching up.
You talk about a
That's
perfect
funny
TV show.
as fuck.
Quinta Brunson has come essentially out of nowhere.
It's the Black Office.
Yes, but
it's so good.
it has so much heart. And oh my god, what's his name? Everybody hates Chris. What's his name?
Yeah, everybody hates Chris. Yo,
Oh my
when
God.
he's Jim.
The way
He's
he looks
black,
at the
but he's
camera.
Jim. When he looks at the camera,
Yes.
yo, that shit
Abbott
makes me
Elementary, like this, I finally finished this season. I was just doing a lot of catch up, and I was like, I haven't seen a TV show on network television that has this much heart and is this funny and is this well done. And I'm like, damn, we never really did a show that like it kind of indicted the public school system.
Yep.
But it deals with teachers and what they go through. And Quinta Brunson is just, she's amazing.
Again, I hold The Office in very high esteem.
Oh, it's one of my favorites of all time.
It's like The Office. It's a new like the Office brought corporate America and the clown show and the sarcasm, everything, and it was so well done. And even the way it's filmed, it brought a lens into like that stupid corporate rat race. And this does it for public school in that similar vein where you still do get heart and everything from it. Like Office, we had Jim and Pam, and people fell in love with Jim and Pam and everything. So it like grounded the show. Abbott Elementary is like the same. And the principal in Abbott Elementary
Ava?
is one of the
my
greatest
God.
characters. Fam, the reason I went and watched it is because I saw the gif of her falling out of the chair.
Oh, my God.
It's just like, somebody get me a chair just to sit and fall out. Oh, my God. That shit is so fun.
Season finale, no spoiler if you haven't seen the season finale. It was like she sees something happen that she doesn't expect to happen. And she was like, oh, my God. She's like, bartender, order me a drink so I can spit it out. She orders a drink, she drinks it, she spits it out. It's like a 2-minute reaction to something that she just saw. Ava is the Michael Scott of Abbott
Yo.
Elementary. But the real queen of Abbott Elementary is Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Oh,
She's spectacular. Like this show, again.
entire cast incredible. But that's my television show of the
All
year.
right. There's
And
no
I'm not even on this season.
it's incredible. Yeah. Go ahead, Cole. You have something?
That's all the validation I need to watch Abbott Elementary, because anytime I've seen the clips, I've literally fallen out of my chair laughing.
Oh, it's The Office.
It's so
But,
clever. I need
oh my
to go watch it. Honestly, like it even looks closely resembles Arrested Development even more than The Office.
does,
So
yeah.
like at least to me, which that's one of my favorite shows of all time. Once again, TV. I don't end up getting the time to like catch up on it, but I do have a show of like I need to absolutely watch this, and it came out this year. I need to watch Severance. Really, really, really bad. I've
yeah.
only
My wife
heard
is
incredible
watching
things
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Very good.
I
I
need
haven't
to
finished
watch
it. All right. So I watched a lot of TV this year.
I think my wife is watching your pick right now.
All right. So some movies that come to mind immediately, TV shows. We Own the Night on Showtime with John Bernthal. Fucking incredible. Based on a true story. Go out of your way. It's a limited series. I think it's like 6 episodes. Abbott Elementary. If you haven't watched Reservation Dogs, do that now. Reservation Dogs is another show about Native Americans living in a basically a small place. I believe it's like Colorado, I think. And but it's fantastic. It's funny. Reservation Dogs. Yellow Jackets on Showtime. You have to watch Yellow Jackets. Season 2 is starting next year. That's great. Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was really good.
Really fucking good. That's on my list. This Is Us, who finally ended after all these years.
It's too sad for me.
It's one of the best shows I've ever seen on TV in terms of heart. Then I'm gonna get into I have one pick that right when we were doing this, it was my number one, but I might have a new number one already. The Bear. If you have not seen The Bear, about this, oh my God. I believe it's
not the cocaine bear.
No.
Okay.
It's about a restaurant.
Okay.
It has Lip from Shameless in it. This is the lead. Why can't I remember Lip's real name? The Bear is so good. It's only 30-minute episodes. I believe it's like 10 episodes. It's about a restaurant. On its face, you'll be like, why should I watch this? Watch this show. It should win a bunch of Emmys. It's really good. But while we were doing this, I've started watching Fleischman is in Trouble.
My wife is watching that right now.
Fleischman is in trouble. If they stick the landing, which I completely expect them to, Jesse Eisen is in it. It's I just watched, like, the 7th episode just came out last night, and this is not recency bias. This might be one of the single greatest episodes of television I've ever watched that has ever dealt with mental health and depression. Claire Duns, who was in Homeland, is in this series as Rachel. The premise, for those who don't know, because like Fleischman is in Trouble is not like a widely known show. Like I tweeted it and everybody was like, what are you
It's
talking
on
about?
Apple, right?
No, it's on Hulu, it's on FX.
Oh, that's
FX,
what it
who
is.
makes like the best shows.
Yep.
The only other person who watches this that I know is Biggie. And
my wife watches it religiously.
me and E take notes. I was up at 3 a.m. to watch this episode.
She watched it this morning.
The premise of the show is Jesse Eisenman's character, Toby. His wife, basically, they have a divorce, and he's supposed to, they have their kids, and his wife just disappears. And she just vanishes. She doesn't pick up the kids, and he's like spiraling. He's a doctor, and he's trying to figure out what to do with his kids and what happened to his wife. That's the premise of the show. This show goes in direction. It's about divorce. It's about being single in like your 30s and 40s, like being in a long-term relationship and then ending up on dating apps. It's about, there's so many things, but it drifts into like mental health. And Claire Duns is Rachel, his wife, is if for episode 7, if she does not win an Emmy, and I'm not being facetious, it is a fucking crime. I've never seen a single individual capture the emotion of depression and dealing with, I don't want to spoil it, but it's so unbelievable. Like, I was in awe watching this show this morning. I was like, I had to wake up because I needed to see the episode. And if you watch episode 6, if you're watching, you'll know why you have to watch episode 7. And why I was salivating for this episode. And I was like, how good can this possibly be? And I'm up at 5 in the morning. I'm texting E, and I'm like, have you watched this shit yet? And he watches it, and he's taking notes because we study television and how it makes you feel emotionally. And I was just like, yo, this Fleischman is in Trouble may end up being the best show this year. It is so good. But if you haven't watched The Bear, go watch The fucking Bear. It is so good.
Well, now I got to binge Fleischman so I can watch the finale with my wife.
And Atlanta, I have to say this about Atlanta. It's like my top 3 show. Between that and The Bear was my 1 and 2 because Atlanta had 2 seasons this year.
Yep.
And season 3, a lot of people thought was weird, but it makes sense. The way that I've never seen a show handle black issues without saying it's black the way that Atlanta does. But one of my favorite episodes this year, have you watched season 4 yet? The final season at all?
No, watch 3.
There is an
And
episode.
The episode with fucking the Jamaicans is like my favorite.
Okay.
Jamaican babies.
There is an episode, and anybody knows this know what I'm talking about. That's ends up being about spite and therapy. If you know it and you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is one of the best and most hilarious shows. That and the episode about being light skinned. That's the title of it. Is light skinned.
Oh yeah, no.
Black families are put front and center without necessarily saying this like black family stuff. And as soon as you watch that episode, you go, "Oh, my family's in this."
Yep.
Everybody's family's in this episode. But yes, that was I've watched a lot of TV this year. Fleischman is in Trouble. It's not over yet, but if you have not watched this show, go out of your way to watch that and Everything Everywhere at Once immediately.
Last Now I got tons of shit to watch. It's good. We got 3 weeks off of the pod.
Yeah.
I'm gonna binge everything. Last category, near and dear to all of our hearts. Video game of the year for 2023. Save the best for last.
Cole, you gonna say Elden Ring?
It better not be Elden Ring.
I have thoughts. Let's why don't you guys go?
Video game.
And then I will give my thoughts. But go
Cole
ahead.
is gonna back clean up. Video game of the year. Last category. You guys have a ton to choose from. After I went through, and I play a lot of sports games, play Call of Duty, blah, blah. I need a video game, more depth. As much as I'm enjoying Pokemon now because I just got a Switch, and that is phenomenal. And looking at and going through everything that came out, and God of War, it's cool. I haven't gotten through it, but I copped it. Looks great. Ragnarok's dope. Horizon Forbidden West.
It's a great game.
Probably the game of the year to me.
It's a great game.
Story, the look, the way it plays. Amazing game. So many different terrains in the world. It's like the world breathes. Horizon Forbidden West. Game of the year.
I'll let Cole go last. Horizon Forbidden West was great. Cult of the Lamb was very sneaky on this list because it's a phenomenal game that is a very silly premise with like lambs and cults, but it's fucking great. It's
On the
like,
Switch?
yes.
Okay.
Another sneaky good game is Mario vs. Rabbids, the new one.
Yep.
I love me an XCOM game type game. That's close on my list. I haven't finished Ragnarok yet. I feel like I'm getting close, and it feels like they're going to stick this landing, and that's my game of the year. Elden Ring is just too frustrating for me, and it's really hard because I finished video games.
Just like the seafood shit.
Oh, I love seafood though, and I finished it. But
Were you 18 million years old?
I was 69. But my only problem with Elden Ring is that I have kids and I don't have time to get mad. Like an Elden Ring just be very mad. But it's gorgeous, it's difficult, it's challenging, and I need my kid to grow up so I can get through this fucking game. But God of War right now is my game. A sneaky, okay. If you haven't yet, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you haven't played High on Life yet, you're fucking up. High on Life is made by the creators of Rick and Morty, and it's just absurd humor in a first-person shooter. It's gross. It talks about masturbation a lot of jerking off jokes. It's
like the old South Park games?
Yes, it's a South Park game. It's an FPS, and it's just like I'm playing through it right now. It came out like last week. It is great, but God of War is just the father-son narrative and the action and how good it feels to boomerang that fucking axe back into your hand and how it feels on your DualSense controller. Yeah, it's gonna be God of War for me, guys. I also like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm a big Borderlands guy too, but yeah, God of War.
Cole.
God of War is really good. God of War Ragnarok. I think my issue with that game and why it's not my game of the year is it takes us. There's a lot of like meat in the middle that there's definitely kind of a lot of like meandering and like the story, like some characters kind of start to like are going kind of at different speeds where like all of a sudden they'll just kind of make a character change that I'm kind of not ready for, kind of based over conversations. So like the pacing of it is a little weird. I won't spoil the ending for you, Dre. I won't say anything. But let's put it this way. God of War Ragnarok's very good. So, Elden Ring. Let's talk about Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Elden Ring, let me put it this way. It's definitely the most frustrated I've been with a FromSoft game because I feel like, especially early on, and hopefully this will get fixed as the game, obviously, like it's a game that's always being updated. But when it came out, and especially those first early months, like there were definitely specific kind of builds you had to have in order to really kind of feel like success in those games, where I feel like Bloodborne was a little bit more accessible, where it was just like kind of get good at the mechanic and then you can kind of figure out what weapon style you want to play. Same thing with like Dark Souls, where it was like you can kind of beat it a couple certain, like it's like certain ways, but like overall you're trying to just get better at the mechanic. Elden Ring very much felt like I could get good at the dodging mechanic and I could get good at the mechanics of the game. But like if I had a specific weapon build, like I was kind of fucked. That said, Elden Ring has the most interesting world out of all of FromSoft games. All of the lore around that is so goddamn cool. The boss fights and some of the moments in those boss fights are easily the best in that entire series of games. So it's one of those. It's like it's a world that I want to go back to and revisit more so than I haven't felt that way since the original Dark Souls, where that was more about level design and how everything was just a full circle. That was the coolest thing about that original Dark Souls game. All that's to say, my game of the year is Neon White. Neon White.
Yes, very good game.
Neon White, it's basically like it's kind of like a runner, but it's a very specific kind of like you're trying to complete these stages in a certain amount of time to get medals, but like the mechanics of it and the way that it feels, I don't know how to describe it. It's unlike anything I've played, and I'm very much a fan of like anything that's like got a kind of surreal nature to it and has a sweet fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
So I think of like Killer Sevens. I think of the Suda 51 games immediately.
Ooh,
I think
yes.
of Killer 7. I think of No More Heroes. I think of like soundtracks like that. I think of soundtracks like Hotline Miami. The soundtrack to Neon White is so fucking on point for what the game is trying to do that it's one of those like when a soundtrack and a game work together, like Doom. I think like the Doom and the Doom soundtrack with the crunching guitars, and you're just like, you're in it. You're in it to win it. You're like, put headphones on. I'm totally into this game. Neon White was doing that to me. I 100% of that game. I have to give it to Neon White, also because Neon White truly came out of nowhere. And it was just like, I think it was like the fake E3 or whatever it was this summer. And it was like, they put the trailer out for it. And I was like, whoa, this game has such a cool style. Oh my God, that's Spike from Cowboy Bebop. That's awesome. Wow, this music sounds pretty good. Cards, runner, what is this kind of, this kind of seems weird. I'll check it out. Was blown away. Absolutely blown away. What they accomplished with that game is so unique that I love Elden Ring. I love it. It was great, but I have to give it to Neon White. Neon White blew me out of my shoes. It was great.
I just gotta add one thing: the games that came out of nowhere and blindsided me, and I can't stop playing it. If anybody's played Vampire Survivors,
oh yes,
I feel like that's a you and Big E game.
no. Listen, man. So I looked at Vampire Survivors. It looks like an 8-bit piece of shit. When you look at it, you're like, what the fuck is this? Why are people playing this? And I downloaded it because it was on Game Pass. I played like twice, and I was like, oh my God, I can't stop playing this fucking game. It is a simple premise. You pick a character. You run around, you kill shit, but there's no button pushing. You just move your guy around. And whatever power-ups you pick up, they just start working automatically. Very simple premise. It's a Bulletstorm game, basically. And then just there's more enemies that crowd your field, and it just turns into like a fucking circus of like 8-bit things getting destroyed. But it's one of those games where you play it, and you're like, I can get another game in. Because it's 30 minutes to like finish the level. You got to survive for 30 minutes. And I've died at like 29:58 and lost my shit. But this game, you look at it, if you're listening to this podcast and you're like listening to God of War and fucking Elden Ring, and I say Vampire Survivors, and you go and Google this shit, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what is this? This game is so ridiculously fun it's the cheapest game ever made. Like, I could have made this shit, but came out of nowhere, and I'm going to go home and play it now.
It's perfect. It's perfect mechanics. You want to talk about accessibility in gaming?
Yes.
Have your gaming have one control, and it's called move.
Move. That's it. All you gotta do is move.
All you gotta do is move, and everything kind of takes care of itself, and you get the upgrades. It's a terrific premise. You want to talk about literally getting on the floor to go get gamers of literally this is the easiest game to play. All you got to do is move. Like anyone can pick it up and anyone can have a good time. Vampire Survivors definitely deserves a shout out.
I know what I'm downloading for my son when he gets into town tonight.
Get both that and High on Life. But the thing about Vampire Survivors is this, and this is where
my son is not playing the High on Life.
No, you should not. There's just too much crass in there.
It's a lot of Justin Roiland. Let's put it that way.
A lot of Justin Roiland.
I like Rick and Morty, but that's a lot of Justin Roiland.
It's heavy. But the thing about Vampire Survivors is while it sounds so simple and you should move, you got to make decisions on what power-ups to get And it's like your decision will dictate everything. And it's like, should I pick this fucking Bible that circles me, or should I pick this book of mana that like expands and goes wide, and you can power up the power ups? You got to make decisions, and you'll eventually cap out. Yo, I get sunk into that game, and just 30 minutes go by, and my son's sleeping in my arms and shit, and I'm like, I got to play another one. I got to finish this level.
It's not time to put him in.
It
Put
just
him in
doesn't
the
stop.
When in doubt, get garlic.
No.
When in doubt, get garlic.
No,
Yeah.
no. When in doubt, what is the shit that lands and spreads and you just walk the enemy? It's the biggest like shield in the game.
The what is it? I know the damage zones.
Yes.
The Santa something.
Power
Yeah,
that shit up. That's how I finish every
Ooh.
level.
I haven't actually done a round like that. That's
Gas that shit up with the whip and the Bible. I'll
People
promise-
listening are just like,
They're like,
there's
what is he
whips.
talking about?
Bibles,
whip
there's
Bible
garlic.
garlic.
Yes,
Don't at me.
and get some spinach to power up, bruh.
Yo,
Ooh, woo!
Popeye? It's so.
It's-
I got to see this game.
You'll see it.
All you gotta
you're
do is
gonna be
move,
mad.
Cal. All you gotta
Yeah,
do is
just-
move.
yeah,
He's gonna go download and be like, "This is fucking game of the year, dog."
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's so
wild shit.
It's just very basic, and it's like it's very two-dimensional characters that they don't really even move. It's like deep, deep, deep.
I'm gonna get it on my Xbox like One, so like I can have it on a side TV, so it doesn't dominate my entire like normal TV, and I'll just play it as I like watch Thursday Night Football.
Well, you got to pay attention. There's a lot of
Honestly,
fucking chaos
that's
on that screen.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed checking out this episode of the Corner Podcast Awards. Entertainment, its own award show this year. We appreciate you all. Check out the rest of our awards: MMA, boxing, pro wrestling. For 3 weeks, giving you nothing but award shows. Then we are back to start off the year nice and fresh in 2023. In that second week, previewing Tank's boxing match, a lot of stuff going down, pro wrestling the week after with MMA. So we're getting right back on board to enter 2023. In the meantime, though, we appreciate you all. Follow us on social media at Corner Podcast _ on Twitter, Corner Club for Life on Instagram. Check out our YouTube page as well, The Corner Podcast. Myself, the old man Andreas Hale, producer Coale, baby. You guys have an incredible holiday season. Stay safe, get plenty of gifts, eat good food. Be ready for 2023. Should be even better than 2022. Going 9 years deep in the Corner Podcast. It is going to be fun. Till next time, we're out.
Peace.
On the corner.